Hey guys, welcome to Windows 10 training for beginners. I'm your instructor Zishan Khan and you are watching IT Army. Now this training is for the guys those who have little or no experience in Windows 10 operating system and they want to have good hands-on on Windows 10. I will be using Windows 10 Home Machine. For you, if you have Windows 10 Pro or Enterprise, then also you are good to go. And one big change that has happened in Windows 10 operating system is major monthly updates. So time to time Microsoft will keep on pushing updates to you, and with those updates you will see a lot of changes in the UI. So it's possible that whatever items I'm going to cover in this training, it might change over time. So that's all I want to say, and let's get started. Okay, so the very first lesson is going to be about the desktop and the start menu. So once you power on your machine, the very first thing that you're going to see is the lock screen, quite similar to your smartphone. So it's a beautiful picture that contains date and time and other status indicators like your network connectivity, your battery status, and a lot of other stuff. So to get through that lock screen, you just need to swipe upwards in case if your screen is touch enabled, or press any key on the keyboard, or scroll the mouse wheel, or press any button on the mouse, and then you get to see the login screen. Now for authentication, entering the password is not the only way in Windows 10. There are a lot of different ways in which you can authenticate. You can enter a 4-digit PIN number, you can draw some gestures, it can be some biometric information also, so you can do it through fingerprint reader, or it may be face recognition, it may be through iris reader. Different ways are there, so later on we'll see how to configure all these things. So just you need to enter the credentials, and then finally you get to see the desktop. Okay, so this is the desktop, how a desktop looks like, quite similar to Windows 7 and Windows 8 operating system. The thing that is different from Windows 8, once you power on Windows 8 and you're done with the credentials, you finally get to see the start screen. But in Windows 10, finally you get onto the desktop. Now desktop over here, nothing new. You have desktop icons. You can add many more application shortcuts, your frequently accessed files, everything you can put on the desktop. At the bottom, you're going to see the taskbar, and this is, you will see that a lot of items are new inside in this taskbar. So first of all, let's talk about the start menu. So the very first window icon that you are seeing, you can just simply click on this. You get the start menu. Again, you click and that is off. So this thing you can also do from the keyboard. My preferred way is using the keyboard. So I always use the window key that is next to the Alt key, and you can see it is on. Again, I press the window key and it's off. So when I press, and I get to see the start menu. Now this start menu is a kind of a hybrid of Windows 7 and Windows 8 start screen. On the left hand side, you're going to see the applications installed. On the right hand side, you're going to see the tiles. So let's talk about the extreme left corner. You will see expand button. When I click on that, it shows you what options are there. It's showing me that I'm logged in as a user named admin. When I click on that, I get to see the options that I can change my account settings, changing my password or account picture and all that stuff. Later on, we are going to cover all that. I can lock the machine. So locking is like if I am leaving my machine for some time, but I don't want other users to use that machine. And along with the same time, I have some applications running. So maybe some download is happening or some antivirus scan is happening. I don't want to stop that. So I just lock the machine and all those applications keep on running. Sign out mostly is used in the scenarios where same machine is being used by multiple users. I log into the machine, I do some activity, I do some work, and then I sign out. My work is done. All the applications that I was working, they will get closed, and I'm leaving the machine for the users to use this. And below that, you're gonna see the accounts. If this machine has multiple user accounts, you can switch to different account also. So I can say student, then you will be prompted for entering the credentials for that account. Below that, you're gonna see the links for documents. Going to the documents library where you store your documents, where you store your pictures, you can go to the pictures library. And below that, you're gonna see we have a settings icon. Now settings is a new application. It's quite similar to your control panel. So still we have control panel in Windows 10, but most of the settings are getting moved to settings application. So separately later on, we are going to cover all that stuff. Below that, you're gonna see the power button. In this power button, you might see options like sleep, shutdown, restart, and hibernate. Sleep is basically like going on to the low power mode where all your applications that are running, they will get suspended, and your hard drive and the contents of the RAM will be still persistent. So in case it's a fast process, and once you come back and power on your machine, it just instantly comes up. You don't have to wait too long for getting the machine up. Next option is shutdown. As name suggests, you are powering off your machine. This mostly you do in office scenarios where you want to you don't want to use the machine anymore. You just say shut down. So in case of shutdown, all the applications will be closed, and then finally you go to the zero power state. Restart, as name suggests, it will restart your machine. This is basically used in case if you install any software, you install any device driver, you install any Windows updates, you need to restart. Also, sometimes it happens your operating system becomes very slow and sluggish, then also sometimes you restart Windows operating system. So this is the restart. Okay, now coming on to the next column, the list of all the applications. So you can see the sections like recently added. So if you install recent applications, you're gonna see over there. You're gonna see suggested applications, any application from the Microsoft Office store. And then below that, you're gonna see the alphabetical list of all the applications installed. And if this list is pretty big, it's quite difficult to navigate to scroll so that much. So what we can do is we can click on any letter and zooms out and shows all the alphabet. So if you have any application installed, for example, starting with letter M, I can click on M and it jumps up to that application. So I can directly launch the mail application. So these are the different options available. And you can also use the mouse, the up and down arrow key to navigate on this list. On the right hand side, you're gonna see what's called as tiles. These tiles, they are in different shapes, and you can change these shapes. Some are squares, rectangles. I can right click and we get the option over here of resizing, so I can make it small or medium or wide or large. Different options are there. So if I make it medium, this is the medium size. I can right click, resize, make it wide. This is wide. So you can change the size and adjust them. You can see these are the small ones, medium ones, wide ones, and there is no large one here. So you can use these tiles. Now these tiles, they may be static or they may be live tiles. So some of them, they keep on flipping and showing some information. I can right click and I can disable that from more, and I can say turn off live tiles. So if I come first time, you're gonna see that this one is flipping the information, is showing some new. This one flipped right now. So if I don't want it's distracting, I can right click more and I can say turn the live tiles off. And what else we can do is we can add some more applications to this. If you are accessing any application frequently and if you don't want to search in that list, you can just simply right click and you can say I want to pin it to the start, and it gets added over here. Other option is you can simply drag and drop. I can click on this and I can drag it over here, and anywhere, any of the existing groups, you can add them. Then you can also name the group. For example, you are seeing that we have a group called create, play, and explode. You can drag them around. I can click over here. I say Camtasia, and then I can also move it around anywhere I want to place. It makes the space, and I can release the mouse, and then I have moved that group. And from the context menu of these applications, for different applications, you might see different options. Like over here, the application through which I'm recording my screen, I can remove it from the start. I can resize. Not all the options are appearing here, only small and medium. I can perform other options like pinning it to the taskbar, running this application as an administrator, opening the location where this file is residing, or I can uninstall. And other application specific tasks also you can perform, like I can pause the recording right now, I can stop the recording. So these different options are available. And regarding this, on the right side, you can also adjust the width. So if you want to make it narrow, the scroll bar will appear, or you want to make it wide, you can make it wider. So it's all up on you how you want to make this screen look like. So this was all about the start menu. And further, one more menu we have, that is a hidden menu. We call, some people call it admin menu. When you right click, some people call it power user menu. Once you right click on the start button, you get to see this menu. Now over here you are getting the options like apps and features and power related options, event viewer, system, views your system information. A lot of settings are there. In later on videos we are going to cover all these things. Here also you can perform. You can see here you are getting the option to sign out, sleep, shut down, restart, and there is also the shortcut key. And whenever I need to perform the shortcut, I press Window plus X to get to this menu, and from there I say, you can see I can press U key, and then again I can press, so I can say Window X, U, and again I press U, it will shut down my machine. Also for locking, there is a shortcut. I can press Windows plus L and it will lock my terminal. So these are a few shortcut keys, and that's all about it. And if you have any questions or comments, please post in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe.